While somebody is discussing the brand new leaks of Leon and the GameStop stupid bullshit, let's talk about something really serious. Recently, I came across a comment under one of my videos with another YouTube link that led me to a long walkthrough of Resident Evil 0. The commentator showed me a hint in this video which is impossible to understand the first time. Also, I got some clues that may indirectly confirm that Yoko Suzuki might still appear in Resident Evil Requiem. So what did I find though? Let's check it out right now. My name is Scyris Nova and welcome to my new discussion video. Let's start with the first clue. For that, we need to look closely once again at the Goggle man, exactly on what he is wearing. As you can see, he's having a coat made of snake scales. It's entirely black and snake colored, and if my memory serves me right, Albert Wesker had the same type of a coat. Maybe it's another model, but the principle is the same. Now, let's take a look at these footages. In Resident Evil 0, in Marcus' secret lab, we can see also the coat, which seems to have the same snake-like hue. We can't specifically tell if the coat was made from snake scales, but it definitely looks very similar to what we see on the Goggle Man or Albert Wesker. As we all know, the snake coat of Albert Wesker was made of a high-tech material similar to carbon fiber. It was also durable and resistant to high temperatures. With these facts, I can make a conclusion that Marcus used also the same type of clothes, but he was one of the Umbrella's owners, or, in other words, an influential person in those times. Does this also mean that the Goggle Man has a big and important role in Resident Evil 9? Is he like some kind of an influential researcher, scientist, bioweapon or something like that? I mean, the individual that decides the way of Grace's destiny. Write your thoughts about this matter in comments while we are moving on to another clue I found. The next clue I want to talk about is something I found while examining Resident Evil Outbreak. While we are playing as Yoko Suzuki in Scenario The Hive, we can find an interesting item at the room called Nurse's Station. This room is located at the second floor's passage in Raccoon City Hospital, and the item itself is called Advanced Glasses. Upon examining the item, Yoko Suzuki is saying, "Why would you want zoom lenses and a bottle opener on your glasses?" Commit this statement to memory now because 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Advanced glasses of the Goggle Man. At least the description of them that we get from Yoko fits the physical appearance of this item. Yes, we can still think if they were modified before with head surface, other lenses and so on, but according to the description Yoko gave us, we can imply that the advanced glasses Yoko found are the same on a Goggle Man, or it is just like, another prototype of the same model which were used by another scientist. The question here is, does that mean Yoko is somehow connected with the suspicious man, or deeply bound with the story of Raccoon City, not just as an ordinary survivor, Write your ideas in the comments, but this one is already interesting topic. The last hint I wanted to show you is the item called the Leather Datebook that was found by Alyssa in Footbridge in a scenario called Outbreak. When we imagine any leather datebook, what comes mostly to your mind, guys? Now, while you're thinking about it, I will show you something. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! This might be the exactly same datebook Alyssa, and by the way only Alyssa, could find in Resident Evil Outbreak. Some of you could think that it is some kind of a leather case or a leather portfolio as by any other journalist who is investigating something. Nevertheless, they could use the same concept of a leather datebook and change it in the form of a small case. Considering the fact that Alyssa always wanted a datebook with a leather cover, she could save it for her further investigation about Umbrella that we all are aware of. Speaking about the item itself, let's imagine that the Goggle Man got this suitcase with all the information that Alyssa collected for a long time. Question for you guys, do you think it was all in vain and now it will be hard for Grace to restore it, or she will continue Mother's legacy as Alyssa begged her to? Write your speculations about it in the comments below. Actually, these are all 3 clues I wanted to show you for now. The interesting fact about them all is that they all can be found in older original games from original canon. That's why I am personally convinced that Resident Evil Requiem will combine symbolic objects, some characters, and the game's aesthetics from the original games, while the game's plot, canonical arc, and the setting will continue the remake's timeline. Despite this, I'm still curious what you think of these 3 clues. If I missed anything important, let us know in the comments below. We could certainly discuss it and together find out even more information about that. But for now, that's it. My name is Scyris Nova and thank you for watching my new discussion video about Resident Evil Requiem.